So I thought I'd make a short video. I'm super short on time, so unfortunately I can't make it very long. I'm just absolutely behind on literally everything that you could possibly think of. So here we have the Holley Terminator X. It is in my drag car, and I have been spending a little bit of my small extra break time learning how to use the Holley Terminator X system. With that being said, we will be, and I know I said I wasn't going to before, but I've made the decision now that we will be releasing videos on how to use the Holley Terminator X. As soon as we have the drag car dialed in, we're going to basically go back and essentially show people how to properly use this on a vehicle that's a little bit more unique than just some random build or some random slap an LS and something and go. I will try to take videos along the way of just random stuff and random pictures so we can kind of put it in and explain as well. So for those of you who have been thinking of running the Holley Terminator X and you're worried that you're not going to be able to use it or that you're not going to be able to tune properly, that's not it at all. So that the Holley Terminator X, it has learning tables that are similar to the histograms that we create on our own in Inch-B tuners, and as it learns, it fills that up with data, and we can hit a button and transfer the learned data into the tune. Otherwise, what I do is I resave the tune right now, and I put the tune back on my computer and open it back up, and I kind of look at where the learning stuff is before I transfer it over, because then I can make more dramatic changes based on what I see and just speed the learning process up. The Holley Terminator system does basically learn everything on its own that it needs to run properly after you type in the data that it needs. With that being said, even Holley recommends that you do as much self-tuning as possible, and I'll recommend the exact same thing. Once we do put the videos out, it'll be pretty much super simple for a guy to learn how to tune with this. So with that being said, let me just add a little short thing to this video here in order to basically explain some of that stuff. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm not even going to stop the video, I'm just going to set my phone down here and kind of plug this chip back in and just kind of show you quick. So this is the Holley Terminator handheld device, and I can't turn my camera around because it doesn't let you do that. So what we do here is I just let it idle for a little bit here and let it learn some more. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click File, Global Configs, and then I'm going to click Download from ECU. Okay, and I already did this, but I'm going to do it again. Download from ECU, current ECU, new tune 6, Terminator X, download and saved SD card, yes. And it's going to overwrite, it asks if you want to overwrite the file. In my case, I am. I don't care if I make a mistake. I can go backwards and I know how to fix it. And I'm gonna make a lot of these files. So you know what you could do is you could every 2 or 3 files save a file and then just keep overwriting again. That way, if you do make a mistake, you can go backwards. So you hit OK, and it downloads the tune to the SD card. Done. Okay, and then we shut this off. Let me pull the SD card out and I will slap it in my computer and I will actually show you the table real quick here that shows you how to do that. And for those of you who are in a cold part of the country, look at this sandstorm or wind or sand or whatever the hell that is. It is probably in the 60s here in Texas right now. Not that that's super warm for this area, but the weather has been getting kind of better here. It'll be in the 80s here later this week here in true northern Texas, not Dallas, true northern Texas. Okay, so I plug it in and obviously you get the SD card thing pops up, right? So we're gonna go File, we're gonna close the file that's open, we're gonna open global file, we're gonna choose a directory, we're gonna choose removable disk H, we're gonna choose the save GSCF, and here's the tune right here. We're gonna click open, okay? And we're gonna go and click the fuel injector and we're gonna click learn table. All right, so check this out. This is what it learned. Okay, now what that means is, let's see if I can get a better So right here, these are huge positive numbers, meaning it is adding 40% fuel in this area, right? 15% here, 20% here, 6% here. Well, there's this thing called, let's go back over here. It is closed loop learning, advanced control, right over here, okay? Well, the higher this number, the more advanced it learns. Now, early on, when you're trying to get a vehicle to run that didn't run very well or didn't run at all, you want to put that advanced control up to like 5 because you want it to adapt and learn as fast as possible. But as you get closer and closer to having it dialed in, you don't want to do that. You want to bring it back to like a 3 or even a 1 so that the learning's slow. So what we're going to do here is, so like here's the fuel graph, okay? This is the VE table, okay? And here's the base fuel. And you can kind of see the numbers here. The VE, you know, is a percentage, 100% VE, 80%, 25, whatever, okay? So here's our fuel graph again. So just kind of imagine what that looks like. Let's go back to learn table, and we're gonna hit transfer learning to base. So it's gonna transfer this number over like we would in HP tuners, and it's gonna transfer learn values. We're gonna go back to the fuel graph, and you can see here that there is a bump here. You can see in the table here, this is all kind of screwy now. Now, we ran into some crap with that before where a customer got mad because this whole VE table for me was all over the place. Well, we weren't done tuning. So the thing is when you do the VE tuning like this and you do the learning, the car doesn't give a shit if the table's smooth. It doesn't. It wants what it wants. So what you do is you keep doing tuning, keep doing tuning, keep doing tuning, do 4, 5, 6 of these, smooth some of the high points out, do it again, and just keep doing that, because we can get done and have a few high points and just smooth those out, and whatever, the car will have to do what it does in those few little cells. It is what it is, you know. Or you can leave it with all the peaks like that if your car runs properly. The VE table needs to be smooth thing is not true. Now, the smoother tables are, the better that they transition. That is true, but cars don't work like that. Spark doesn't, fuel doesn't, atmosphere doesn't, weather doesn't, temperature doesn't. It doesn't work like that. So when you do go to tune the VE table, this isn't necessarily completely always a problem, okay? This just means that's what it took. Or it means that we only were in this area. Like right now, we were idling. That's only this area. The rest of the stuff will come with it. Now, what you can do if you really, really want to, is you can go back to this table right here, and you can see that like red is low, you know, it goes from red to pink, okay? And you can see that like these points are higher, and you can come in here and you can smooth this stuff out if you really want to. But I don't like to do that. I like to get the car running perfect and then go through and try to make things pretty. So I'll end this video here. That's just a quick, simple, oh yeah, okay, so one more thing. So we click File, Save Global File As, and we're gonna save it as New Tune 7, right? So we'll save it back to the SD card. And then what we do is we put the SD card back in the car, or back in the Holley. And I freaking lost my chip somewhere apparently, unless I took this out in the car. So anyway, we're gonna take this, we're gonna put it back in the Holley, and once it's in the Holley, we're going to re-upload it onto the car, and the chip is not in there. So somehow I managed to lose the adapter. So let's take a look here. And I don't feel like adding videos together and uploading them and going through all that work right now because I just don't have the time for it. I could have swore I dropped it or something when I came up to my computer here. Well, I guess now I'm going to have to find an adapter because somehow I lost mine. Okay, so with that being said, since I can't show you because now I need to find where the hell I left my adapter, and my shop is absolutely trashed at this point, what you do is you put it back in the device, you turn the car back to accessory on, you go back to file, and then you click on the new tune that you just added, and you click upload to ECU, and you just repeat the process.